As you guys can tell, man, it's a little warm here today, and I'm just really excited because I really want to put this on there, get our Dakota Digital all, buttoned up in there, so I know that it's not going to get cracked and or destroyed. But most importantly, we're going to go ahead and get rid of some of these old components and replace it with some of the new ones. So we're going to go down the list real quick. We're going to do the dash real quick. And as the dash, LMR has a complete kit that you guys can go ahead and pick up. Now, you guys can see it right here. These are all the screws that you're going to need for your dash. And it's going to be including for, I'm pretty sure it's like anything that holds the dash in place to all the brackets that are in behind and everything else. So there's also, as you guys can tell, there's letters on there. D, B, A, C. Not that I don't know my alphabets, this is just the order that I'm going to end up starting with the first ones here. And now there is instructions, so LMR does send you a little piece of paper. LMR sends you this little nice piece of paper, man, and right here on the top, this QR code right here, you go ahead and scan it, and right on your phone, it gives you pretty much everything that you're going to end up needing or how it's going to be. And there's your kind of your breakdown, your A's, your B's, E's, and H's, D's. So all the screws that you're going to need to install this bad boy and all the components to it are in this kit. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And like I mentioned before, we're going to go ahead and start changing up some things that we initially did. Like if you guys were following when we first started repairing our dash, we did some repairs on a lot of the other stuff. Like for instance, our dash pad. These guys are notorious for the older ones to start splitting off at the end, and they start feathering open, the foam starts coming out. So what do? What we did, we kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and then we thought we were super smart, and we added some, just to give it a little bit more of a all-through contact. I thought, some great stuff would be cool. It did work out at first, and now, since it's been sitting in the basement, we haven't installed it, you could see it starting to lift up. So it was a fail. So plan B was to go straight to LMR and pick up this bad boy. Now, I'm going to let you guys know, man, this feels really, really good. Now, I don't want to pull it out the bag just yet because I don't want to get it dirty. But once we're done, you could see, like, this thing has almost like a leather look. It looks really, really good. It's actually heavier than the original. So, or at least to me, it just feels a little heavier than the original. But here's your part number for this dash pad. Bam. And the price number on this bad boy is $59.99. So we're going to go ahead and end up changing that out. Along with a couple other things that we did that we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to change out this Mustang turn signal. As you guys will see, ours is completely faded, old, and we're just going to shy away from that. So as you guys can see, it's got all our markings on here. And this is what we're going to end up putting on there because like I said, why go through all the trouble for the last 8 years to go ahead and put it all together with some of the old stuff when we can get the new stuff? Now, I know what you guys are saying. It's money. It's money. Use what you got. Use what you got. Well, guess what, man? We haven't driven this car in 8 years, so I'm be damned if I'm going to go ahead and start putting all the old stuff that I know I can replace back on it. If I could change it right now, I'm going to. It's like if you go ahead and get brakes and you only want to do one side. Uncanny.
It's not a stock car tonight, it's a custom.
This is not really a stock car. What we want to do, like we said before, we actually want to test the limits of this engine, its suspension, and everything we've done. We want to see it, for lack of a better word, kind of see it break, to see how good our workmanship and the help of everybody else, Mr. Ed, my brother, Uncle Lou, who's helped me out doing this process, and of course, Mano Negra. We've been going through this, and guys, thank you very much. But as you guys know, we want to test this car to its full potential. This switch right here, this turn signal lever, comes in at $71.99, and that is with no tax, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go ahead and change that out. A couple of the other components that we're going to end up changing out is the headlight switch with fog lights. Ours, again, is all beat up and broken, and if you look at it, all these dials are all kind of like faded away. This guy's got a nice little plastic on it that we'll be able to remove once we install it. So this guy right here, let me see. This headlight switch runs from the 87 to 93 Mustang, goes for about $30.99. And again, this is without tax. A couple of the other components that we will be changing now was one that we were testing earlier to get our car started will be our clutch safety switch. So we'll be go ahead and swapping it out for something new here. And this bad boy right here, let me see, the clutch pedal switch comes in from the 1986 to 2004 Mustang. It's $29.99, and you guys can see that is your part number right there. There we go. couple other things, ladies and gentlemen. You know, because you guys know us, we are gonna go balls to the wall because we're nuts. Here's our hazard switch and our rear defrost switch. Again, here's your part number from LMR. And you can tell, man, these are great. They look good. They're going to really complement the dash once it's all in. And I hope they do light up everything. I know it's all going to work. So it's going to look good to get it on there. This switch is from 87 to 93. And this bad boy goes for $44.99. As you guys see here, again, one of the LMR specials that we will need. This came in at $9 million. This is the sponge. Oh, wait a minute. I was wrong. That's $9. And that's without tax. This sponge right here protects from dust around our turn signal. We will be using that. A couple other things that we did end up getting because we did have the original horns. We're not going to use them. One didn't work and it sounds like crap. You know, we got some Ford made horns. And you know what, guys? A very rare addition to the Chinese Mustang that we're doing here is, I don't know if I should feel offended or happy, but this thing is made in the USA. Woohoo! I think it's the only part that we have on there made from the USA. And this kit right here, man, comes with everything you need. There's you're gonna make your bracket, and this, you're gonna make your bracket, and they come in the high horn and in the low horn. So we got two of those guys right here. The other one, it's just the same. And again, gotta show it off, made in the USA, baby. And each of these is it's considered a kit, so each of these guys goes for $59.99, and I'll show you the part numbers right now so you guys can go ahead and see. There we go, that's one, and here's the other. There we go. Moving on. As we continue the party here, one of the other things that will be very detrimental to the foxbody running at top speed is, yep, you guys know it, our dead pedal. And this guy right here, I'm not going to open it either because, again, I'm not going to install it right now. We still got a little bit more to go before he sees installation. So this guy right here is just going to be, once we put our carpet in, we're going to end up installing him. So it looks nice, it looks heavy, and you know what? These add 5 horses, so make sure you slap them on your car. Let me see if I got a price here for my dead pedal.
It's like $29.99, maybe $29.99.
How much?
I don't. $29. That's the old box. That's,
okay.
That's what, yeah.
So the dead pedal's gonna be probably about $29.99. Yeah. So go ahead and check that out. Plus the tax. And remember, guys, I'm not putting tax on these guys. So we're gonna be moving on. Again, one of the things that we will be showing you guys, we're gonna be changing our dash cover, and we'll be showing you why. So until we get to that point, let's go ahead and get started installing this dash. We put this together, we got all our screws in already for the most part, so we're going to use what we need throughout the whole car, especially once we're finishing it up right now. This dash pad only has to seem to have only 3 little nuts right back here. There's one right here, and there's 2 right here in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it around so you guys can see that, and let's get this off. There we go, 1, 2, and the far one right over here, 3. And taking those off will definitely just make sure the pad pops out. So let's get them off. We installed this prior to installing the ductwork, so bear with me, guys. There we go. Well, again, the back over there looks to be plastic all the way through, where this one's metal, but it does feel lighter for some odd reason. This is like where we touched it up. You know, it doesn't look too bad, but again, we know the outcome. We're gonna go ahead and hold this onto this guy, and you know, we never know. In a pinch, he may end up helping us, or you know, he may be helping up somebody in the foxbody community. Who knows? So we got our washers and our nuts right here for it. So we'll go ahead and use all that. So it comes with its own hardware. And again, like I was showing you guys, it's maybe metal underneath there, and it's covered and coated in the rubber. So, and again, it just by maybe a little bit There is a little bit of a slight of weight change, but you know, for the most part, I mean, you guys be the judge. You know, I think it looks pretty good, so let's go ahead and get it done. Pretty solid fit. And here it seems to be. Not too bad. Not too bad when the dashboard's sitting out here. Now obviously this is new, so you know we don't want to completely crank down there, so we're going to be nice and easy to get it down to the dashboard as best we can without having to damage it or anything. I don't think it will, but you never know. Just because it's new don't mean it's good. There we go. Good. Bring them down, but I'm gonna do them a little bit at a time so it all kind of pulls evenly into the dash. Alright. Angle socket will do it. Here I thought I was trying to be cute. I guess that's not gonna work either. Alright. Nope. Very tight. I had the scattered around with my tools, man. But it's working. Just mighty slow, guys. Bear with me. Now again, guys, you don't want to go ahead and crush these things, because the last thing you want to do is break your dashboard. Because if you guys have noticed, if you take yours apart and somebody did this before, you will notice that the dashboard starts to break right where the nut is at. So you don't want to do that, man. You just want to get it nice and snug. Right now, I feel it's kind of there. It's a little loose up here in front, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little more here in the front. I don't feel I should, but you know, I feel it a little too loose here. And actually, that's to its peak. Let me see if I loosen it, will it walk? Because right here in the front end, it's got more of a space cut this way. So
Can't wait to pick that up.
you know.
It's a good light coming through.
Alright, I mean right there it's pretty snug, man, so I'm not gonna take my chances and risk it and break it. So as of right now, I feel that it's pretty good, and once you know a little bit of heat touches it and you know sitting in the sun and blistering for about a couple hours, I'm pretty sure this thing will settle in nicely. I'm hoping. So let's go ahead and finish up, man. Let's put this bad boy back in. The screws on the top here, it says on the package it comes with 9. So these guys are the ones that we're going to be installing up on top. We already got our set in there. So we're going to go ahead and put these guys in. I'm going to get about 2 of them out. Just put one here, one for the other side, just to kind of hold it in place. Now, to just kind of give you the idea, these are a lot of the older screws that we took off. And, you know, I get it, they're still good, but for the most part, you know what, we got the kit because we couldn't remember where the hell anything went. So, and then you have stuff like this, so we might as well just go ahead and do it right. You know, that's gonna look like crap anyways. So even though they're still good, we're gonna go ahead and move on and get the new ones. So it just kind of all coincides that. And not only that, we know we did everything basically new, so there will be no questions about that. This guy right here, this is one of my main harnesses. As you guys can tell, it carries the power over. It's from my from my junction box into the rest of the Dakota Digital and into my supply box, my fuse box down there. So this guy right here gets kind of put into the back of the dash. I'll show you kind of where it goes right now. And so we're gonna have a little bit of fighting, kind of adjusting him, but I'm sure we will prevail. So just give me a couple minutes, guys. Let me set up real quick and let's get this done. And like I said before, we want to make sure, like, I got my grounds pretty much where I need them, and I need to ground my 2 switches here. So again, these will all be grounded underneath the dash. So I'll put this off to the side. We'll fix this guy up. This goes to the top. Now we have some things that we moved around as well. So I'm gonna slide it that way. Okay. Move this guy up that way. Okay. It goes out of there. I want as little binding as possible. Now when I get underneath there, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of these guys, place them where they need to go, put some extra brackets if they need them. But for right now, they're gonna hang and dangle right there. The other thing I'm gonna end up doing, once I install the back, our dashboard, I'm gonna go ahead and address these guys. I'm gonna put some tape around them. I don't wanna mess with them right now, even though that's coming off from our Dakota Digital and stuff. I don't wanna mess with them right now. I can come back later and deal with it and, you know, tuck it or cut it and just get rid of whatever I don't need from here. But at the moment right now, since I got everything going, I want to make sure that everything works out fine, and we got to go through our lights and everything. So I'm just going to put them away. And I know it looks a little sloppy, guy, and it's not our style, but believe me, we're going to come back and take care of that along with some other things. But let's get this done. A big harness is going to ride right on that rail right here. It's going to go right in here. So it'll behoove me to keep it in that area. So let me bring this over this way. Thank you for your help, sir. Now watch out, let's not break that guy, because wire's getting caught over there. Now I'm just putting this guy here so I can walk over there and adjust that side real quick. All right. Problem. See, I got, all right, got some cabling here, everything at the top. That's gonna pass through there. Okay.
Yeah, you have no rust on your dash metal frame.
Oh man, this thing is cleaner than anything I ever seen. All right, now let me see what the hell's holding it up over there. All right, so. Oh. Now I'm having a little resistance up here with the with my you know what, my little air, my little vacuum that moves the so it's kind of like in here with it. Yeah, it's a little tight in here with everything from the Dakota. Well, the way I ran it, I guess that was my fault. So let me see if I can get on that side. So right now my problem is, since I ran I made an extra loom of cables that run. I extended my my gas pedal cable. It was a little too taut behind the heater box, and that's kind of in the way right now of where my little valve is to open my hot and cold for the dash. So I got to figure out to get it above that, and then it should settle in. Right now I was battling the harness to go where this pin will go, and then we'll actually screw into the backing of the frame here, so it'll actually anchor the dash more. And then the other thing is, boom, this one guy went down there. So we're just trying to make sure we get a nice fit. I know it's gonna be a little snug. Oh, there we go. You know, there it goes. Yeah. Thank you, buddy. The car gods were speaking to me. All right. For the most part, I think looks like I'm dead set in the back here. Let me just take a look underneath again with the harness I got going on down there, and let's see if we can't figure out to see if I can move that. So, time to do some mechanic yoga. And for those that actually do work on their cars, you know what the hell I'm talking about, man. It's time to flex those muscles and cramp up like nobody's business. All right. It's gonna be hard for you guys to see what I'm actually trying to do down here, but I'll try to give you the play-by-play. So as you guys can see, this is my door buzzer, this is my rear defroster. So I'm gonna have to, actually my door buzzer kind of goes right here, I think, somewhere around here. So yeah, so that guy is gonna get put up somewhere right here real quick. But right now what I got one of my harnesses kind of in between my my port right here, and I can tell because it's still not sitting all the way back there. So I'm gonna see if I can sneak my hand, which I doubt it because I'm too fat, around all this. Oh, that's one. Where are you, bud? Okay, got one out the way. Good. My buddy here still kind of not on the set. All right. My manager's over there screaming about. Let me check these wires here that nothing's getting pinched under this guy, because he's gonna go back a little bit. And you guys know, see this screw right here, you see this guy right here, he's got to get pushed into that position right down there. So we got to make sure we get him in like that, because he's going to hold our vent system in. So you want to make sure that the wires on top of it don't get pinched underneath there, because this is all metal, you know what I mean? And that'd be a bad place to get it short. So I got 3 bolts up. I had a little bit of trouble right here in the middle where I got my big knot over here of a harness, which typically would probably happen. A good percentage of the time it's actually, you know, zip tied to the back of this dude, so you gotta cut all that off. But it looks like it fit really well, not like it didn't before. We had it on here prior to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up. We're gonna get the 2 bottom screws, and those come in a different bag. I'll show you those, and then we just keep moving forward. They're going to go right here to hold it straight to the chassis of the car. So those screws, as according to LMR's blueprint, are the B bag. So we're going to use 2 of them. They sent 4. I did not see anywhere else in the instructions that it says we're going to be using 2 more of these, but you know what? Thank you very much, LMR. So we're going to go ahead and put this guy in. Let me get my socket ready. He's already coming in. I'll go. These are 8mm. The ones on top, I'm using 7, I think it is. Yes, sir. So let me see. Let's get this guy nice and centered in here. All right. So there we go. Go ahead and button this one down real quick just so I can get a nice foundation. Oh, swap that out, dude. Remember, guys, that's not my music. That's that crappy music you keep hearing. That's not mine. That's some neighbors out in the back, and you know, obviously they have poor taste. Good practice. Now, like I was telling you guys, this guy's gonna ride in here, and then we're gonna swing the rest up inside here. This green one goes to our door for our power windows, power lock, and that guy gonna sit right in here, like so. So right now, I'm just gonna see where everything's gonna lay out, and then we're gonna continue connecting them. But I am gonna connect them, and just to leave them here, just so I can get the connector out the way, and I know what the hell is going on there. So what I am also gonna do, I'm gonna bring this guy up this way, because he's gonna be part of our cluster assembly to our headlights and fog lights. And then we have one more over here. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of these right now in a minute. We're gonna have one more coming through here that's gonna take care of our hazards and our rear defrost. So before that, we're gonna get our Dakota ready, our Dakota Digital ready, get it in here, fit it up. But first, let's take these up. I'm in right now, and I think my connectors for my hazard and rear defrost sitting up here. But what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my Dakota Digital. Start pushing that in, and then we'll bring the hood over. We'll install the new switches, and then we'll see where this guy and our other connector, which is right over here, which goes to these guys right here, will which will end up going into our headlights and fog lights. Okay, so our Dakota has a couple points. Alright, not bad. We still have plenty of room. So, okay, these guys will definitely have to come out from underneath here. Or actually, we have a little gap right here. We're gonna bring them right up through here. Well, there's one. Yeah, fat fingers, man. And as of right now, we're gonna set up our Dakota Digital. So we're gonna go use ahead on the instructions. It says that we're gonna need the E-screws, and as you guys can see, they gave us plenty because the E-screws also hold down the cover. They also hold down various little components all throughout here. Now again, guys, this is the dash itself is still, you know, pretty old. It's the original dash on there. We just cleaned it up. And you don't want to go crazy on these screws, man. You just, you know, get it down, snug it. Don't go down there trying to torque them. Make sure, dude, you're going to end up breaking everything. So, you know, do yourself a favor. Just get it nice and snug where it's not rattling, and you should be fine. Because you're going to be in a lot worse position when all that stuff starts to break. And then you're really going to hear a bunch of rattling. I'm gonna go ahead and set this guy in. It looks pretty cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and connect them as well, too. Not pulling out the plastic, so after we have everything there.
Keep it from getting filthy, dirty.
Okay. One of the other pieces that we picked up, like I told you guys, we got the the dash cover that's going to cover our Dakota Digital, which is that hood. And we're going to go ahead and show you, man, when we say if you can replace it while you're at it, go ahead and do it. You don't want to be coming back and that thing's loose. And we've all heard squeaky dashboards and everything. I drove an 84 Continental for years, and basically the same thing. And that dashboard, it probably ain't no different than this, just more electronics. And there was a squeaky dashboard. So it happens. But we went ahead, we were able to find it, and you know what, man? Let me just show you what we got. So this is again from LMR, and this is from Fox Resto, obviously. And this is your instrument bezel. Boo-boo. I'm going to be real careful taking this guy apart. Open this guy up. There we go. There we go. As you guys can see, there is really no difference from the new one right here. You know, right here, as you guys can see, this is the underneath of it. Okay, very good, very good. And the problem here is with ours, I mean, we try to redo ours and stuff, but as you guys can see, look, that thing's hanging because these things tend to break off. Now, again, this is brittle. This is just about 40 years old, so you know we have this broken in here. We have two tabs up here broken. We have a tab back here over this side broken. So, you know, this was the original one on the car, and that's what I'm saying. If you guys have the ability to change it, go ahead and do it, man. Save yourself the trouble. Save yourself the agonizing sounds of just everything just rattling around in there. Save yourself the trouble, man. Just go ahead and buy a new one. I mean, this one was $179.99, so you know, for the whole aesthetic look of it, I think it was well worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and put this guy back, and again, they send us everything. We get our little rubber piece, which is that you see that thing flapping right down here, and it's just a little dust cover, goes around the steering column. And not only that, we also get our mounting bolts right here. So we also got our little grommets that go on all the little feet. So we're gonna go ahead and do all that right now. Ready? So you guys can see it's brand new. Yes, yes. So we're gonna have that guy at the ready right here. And the other one will be our This is our hazard and rear defrost switch right here. So we're gonna have him at the ready as well too. Let me just compare these connectors here, make sure I have the right ones, which yes I do. So let's go ahead and do that. So first things first, I'm gonna end up fixing that bottom harness to kind of kick these up a little higher, like this guy. Not that I need them, because again, these guys are gonna get pushed in probably about just a little further than this, so they're gonna go a little further. So I'll be able to yank back on this guy like so, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like right around here. So maybe I should just leave it as is. So let's move forward. First things first, let's add our grommet here. Let's make sure we get it on there right. Let me clear some space here, because that's where we have the most light. Again, guys, you guys want to be careful with all this stuff, because again, it's still plastic. The stuff can still break, so just be real gentle with it. Try not to beat it up as you put it on. So let's see what we got here. Now, if you guys remember, this is just a dust cover that goes right over the steering cover. So this is just a piece of little rubber right here. Boom, boom. There we go. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Look at that thing. Wow, that looks really cool. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So we're gonna set this guy in. Now these guys, as you guys know, the original ones, these are really, really, really flimsy. So you just want to be real gentle with it. There it is. It's on there, and they give you these little pressure washers. So I'm going to be extremely as careful as I possibly can pushing these in with my hands, all right? There is a way they go, because the indentations kind of float up, not against, because if you try to push it in this way, you're going to end up breaking it. Guys, I don't know if you see right there, those little guys, this guy's on, the pins are downward, whereas the pins here are upward. You want to install it like this, because if you install it downward, you're going to go against that and end up snapping one of these. So this is just to lock it in place. This isn't coming off anymore, or at least I don't hope not. And again, I'm just going to be real gentle with it. Just spin it in there, and then just going to go back and forth, because I don't want to damage it. Maybe I should go get me some pliers, because it's starting to cut into my fingers. Hold it right over and easily push it all the way in. Just like that. And again, as you can see, it actually carves right there. If you were to put it the other way, you'd definitely mess it up. So I would suggest you guys, do it the right way. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I make sure that it's all the way down. And I'm putting my fingers on there. I want to keep this nice and tight on there. I don't want it flopping around. So here we go again. So we're going to make sure they're on the upside. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these right up here and give this a little bit of backing so I don't break it. There we go. This one was a little easier. There we go. Yeah, much better. So you don't necessarily need the pliers if you have man hands like me. Ignore the fact that I was just crying about the fact that it was cutting my fingers. But pliers are good, because you want to distribute that evenly without breaking it. So I'm going to use my pliers anyways, because there we go. Get everything down nice and flat. There we go. I'm giving you secrets of the mechanic trade. There it is. Looks really nice. I like that actually. When we did ours, we painted it this gloss color, and they did it here too as well. So I'm very happy about it. A little disappointed the dash pad didn't come like that, but it's a dash pad. It's actually a moving foam, so I guess if it was actually shiny, it would probably break or something. Rubber grommets. So these guys are gonna go and get pushed in, obviously here, and all the little pins are gonna go right here, right here. So I have 2 little nubs. So we're gonna go. I got 2 little guys, 1 big guy, and then I got these little 4 square ones. So obviously it's not gonna be hard to find.
The little knobs to the feet.
There we go. Now these things are just to fill in the space, and they're gonna go right here, like so. Bam, just like that. You know, keep them kind of in the middle. You don't want to push them all the way in. And now this little guy, you can see it's a little guy right there. He goes, bam, right there. Again, this is just, again, we have another one, and that guy goes right over here. All right. And this is just gonna help it not to rattle around. We got another one right here. There we go. And so now there's this guy. Again, guys, be careful. You don't want to break these. This is all new. So just take your time. Don't rush it. Take it slow. There we go. And last one, but not least. Bam. So now we got these up. We're going to go ahead and get our screws set up. So again, like I said, they sent us everything. So we have everything here set up for our screw system. So we got 3 screws, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 big ones down at the bottom. There we go. I think we're in it to win it. And I think she's in. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to fish these guys out, get them ready before I bolt it down. You know, here we go. So this one came out perfectly. I think I got a good length right here. So they are pretty deep. I didn't think it was this deep. So there we go. That looks good. And let me see. Yeah, it looks perfect. It all set down nicely. Now it goes into where it should, I guess. And then we're gonna bring these guys over here, like so. The good thing is that's gonna go further in. So right now I'm gonna leave it like that, and I'm gonna start screwing it down. All right, we got this bottom one here. Now they sent us everything, like I told these guys, so you don't have to worry about it. This is actually well worth every little bit of $179 plus tax. Telling you guys, just, you know, be gentle with it. Still gotta tighten up that back, this back nut right here. So I'll come in there in a minute. Let me get these two on here and placed in their location. Now let's get this guy first. There it is. Like you said, it's a little tight. It's not. Which one's these push in? There we go. There it is. We don't have anything connected as far as lights, which is coming up. So let's get that other one done. This will be our fog lights. And you see, I gave this one plenty of slack. Bam, there it is. All right. Love it. Looks good. We're gonna keep that down. I guess at this moment, as you guys can see, I don't know about you, man, but I think we should just see if we turn it on. Let's give it a one-time over, and everything should be still working like it should. Works because it's dimming our little lights right here. So yes. light working. We have our tail lights are on. I'm gonna put this guy right here just in case, because those little lights get hot. There we go. Now I'm not gonna turn the rest on right now because the rest will require for me to have the headlights on and all that other stuff. But as you guys can see, I got my 2 parking lights on, the next brake lights, etc. So we got a little bit more to do. And the only reason I'm not going to touch about this too much because we're going to go ahead and change these out to the smoke tail lights. So that'll be coming up. So I'm going to let it warm up a little bit and then we're going to shut it off and I'll show you the rest. It's on. Looks good. Looks real good. Looks nice and, you know, with the blue and all the black, it's really nice. We're not going to remove the plastic right now. We're going to leave that on there still. Well, all right. Let's shut this bad boy off. We got it up to about 180. I didn't hear the fans, but I'm not going to wait around too much. You know, it's pretty loud. The neighbors here kind of complain a little bit. This was a nice little flexing of my memory because God knows I've forgotten half of this. It's been a good solid now going, it's about 7.5 years, 8 now. We've been working on this bad boy, and I mean, I will tell you right now, it wasn't something that I was expecting. A couple things that are going to be coming up, guys. You're going to see me. We're going to go ahead and finish installing and tucking all our wiring. I still got to do that nut up there, which I will. We're also going to come in here and start set up all our brackets for our interior. I don't think that we'll be setting the interior just yet because, as you guys know, for those that have been following, John's going to be taking this bad boy back, and he's going to be doing us right on the paint job. Mr. Smilowski, we're waiting for you. Or he'll be waiting for us, and either which way, vice versa, we'll be there. So yeah, we're going to be getting this guy ready, so I don't think we're going to pop the interior just yet because we know, everybody knows what the hell happens to a car when it goes to a body shop. So a couple more things we're going to end up buttoning up. I got a little surprise for you guys because, as you guys can see, is like I keep saying, and I won't stop preaching this, if you can buy it new, get it new, replace it new. And one of the things that we're going to be doing, and I know it looks nice here right now, but I'll show you real quick. Because I'm a man of showing and not telling. Because here at Mcscgreenwheels, we don't talk about. So we're going to go ahead and replace this bad boy right here with the new LMR steering wheel. Now this ain't open, and we're not going to open it, but man, I want you guys to look at this. Look at that. Look at that beautiful leather. Well, at least it is. Looks like leather or leather. And as you can tell, this guy's a little beaten down. We got cracking coming around here, and the inevitable is eventually going to happen. And of course, we're going to take him off and set him to the side again. You never know who may need one that's in better condition than the one they got. And so, if so happens, this guy will be right here. Now, we were going to change out all these little buttons, but hell no, we are paying $60 a button. So we're just going to clean these up and put it right back on there. As you know, we will. I'm really happy about this. This looks really good. It's going to make it pop even more, and I can't wait to get it installed. So that'll be coming up in the next video that you guys will see. We're going to be installing our brand new steering wheel, and then we're going to go ahead and start mounting our doors. If you guys remember, and you guys been following, we replaced our door pillars here. We got our door pillars from a convertible setup because it's going to be a little bit more, that's now a little bit more reinforced, and we're not going to have any sagging issues. So we're going to be mounting our doors, mounting our fenders, doing our front clip with our smoked headlights set up, and then we're going to do our rear tail light smoke setup on that too. Then we're going to do the final check down of all the wires. The reason that the other parking lights did not turn on is because I have no bulbs in there, just like I have no bulbs in front. So once we do that, this car will definitely look a hell of a lot nicer. So I want to thank everybody on our Facebook channel. Guys, go on there. You guys get to see that we post just about every day about cars we find out in Facebook land and in YouTube land and in anywhere that anybody can reach us and send a photo or whatever you do. Guys, please take some good pictures. That's all I ask. That's all we ask for. It's a lot more work. If it's not and we got to dance around the cropping, we'll set up a video for that to explain how that should be done. But as you guys know, we don't get paid for this. We just push cars out there. We're not making any money off of that. The very little we make off of Facebook, but you know, all $200 do help something. But you guys know that we're not getting paid for this, so please have some patience. Please be respectful and, you know, respect our time. We do try to help out the community, and we hope that everybody we do help out is an honest person to the next person that's going to buy this vehicle. Let's not rip each other off. Come on, man. Joe Biden's done enough to us. Next thing, I want to thank everybody on our Instagram. Guys, thank you everyone for the 8K on our IG. We always try to bring up new content, new comment, you know, and we hope that everybody can comment and like and visit, and more importantly, keep following us on our Instagram, and more importantly, here on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for everybody that's following us. Thank you for everybody that sends me a comment, and you know what? Thank you for everybody that gives me the reinforcement comments that says, you know, we're doing a good job. I hope that if anybody does have a comment that where I did something wrong, someone can point it out. Let me know. We will rectify it and try to do it better next time. With that said, guys, you guys have a great night, and I'll catch you in the next video. This is Saul Castañeda with Mcscgreenwheels.